Just a couple of working men.
Capitalists. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this unexpected live on a Saturday evening. And as you can see, look,
there's an interloper.
There's an interloper here, live from Somerset. This I've got to explain. Although I have met up with Drew a couple of times since the old COVID thing. We do the live shows pretty much every week since COVID began. This is the first time in 5 years.
4.5 years, I think. It's about 4.5 years, isn't it? I mean, I used to come up here every 6 to 8 weeks, didn't I?
You did.
We used to spend a Saturday evening here and have a curry and set the world to rights and watch lots of modelling videos, and
which is what we're doing tonight, folks.
Talk modelling and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just that, well, COVID happened and we kind of defaulted to the live shows.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of dragged on a bit longer than we expected, didn't it, overall?
Mm.
And then just when we sort of were on the upside of that and planning things, you decided to take a break from your sanity. So it kind of like... It kind of like delayed it even more.
Well, this I was just going to say, folks, that this is the first time Drew has seen me since my holiday at Southmead. Last year. A holiday at Southmead, probably not the follow-up album really wanted to Season's End, but
no.
He's got to see all my scars and things. But I know. But no, this. So we had met up a couple of times during the COVID thing.
Generally Jadlam,
stuff,
stuff like that. So.
But this is your first Avon show in 5 years, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I think it was long past due, wasn't it? It was time we started sorting. It feels. I've got to be honest. Well, we've been here 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it just feels like.
You've made yourself at home. Let's put it
that
absolutely
way. Because it's just it does feel like pretty much home, doesn't it? Because it's just
absolutely
we've fallen back into two bickering middle-aged men. Do you remember when there's two bickering young men?
Right, hold on, lads. I've had an idea. The thing is, goodness me, how long have I known you? Mid-90s.
Yeah,
so
it's getting on 30 years, isn't it?
Almost 30 years. So I would have known you when I was still in my 20s.
Yeah, and me. So I think it's probably 27, 28 years old.
Because you're 2 years younger than me.
Yeah. But yeah, and I mean, I've been coming here regularly for 20 years, haven't I, really? If you think about it. I mean...
Oh, God, longer than that. Yeah, because... I can, longer than that. Because
I was in training at the police.
You were,
coming here because sometimes some evenings I'd drive over the bridge and come here, wouldn't I, for the evening?
I know it's more than 20 years for the simple reason that I can remember. And make me feel old now. I remember 21 years ago you saying to me, "You got to listen to this new album by this new band." It was Permission to Land by The Darkness, and it's just like,
because we were tearing down the motorway listening to that in my old Golf GTI. That was what I remember. But sorry guys, this is just purely a bit of reminiscing here because I think probably we haven't discussed the context of the show at all, have we? Where it's sort of like the context of where it all comes from in terms of our history, if you like.
We had been threatening that we were going to do some kind of joint venture for a very long time.
Yes, we were talking podcasts.
Podcasts and things. But it took a kind of like a global tragedy for us to actually pull our fingers out and do something. Dave Fleming, Agent Dave Fleming, says, "Make sure you get your Sea-King, Drew." It's all sorted,
Dave. It's all sorted.
And he's got his Leopard as well.
And I've got the Leopard as well.
Yeah,
we're all right.
And you're going to be building an F-35 for Telford, the 72nd scale to me.
Yes, I believe I am. So
I'm going to be building one as well.
I was just thinking, as in the last couple of years, I built. I built the 48 scale Italeri one in Italian, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And I built the Tamiya 48th one in RAF last year.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I probably ought to do a US Marine Corps one.
But this is worrying. We've only been live for like 5 minutes, and already we're actually talking about actual modelling content.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, isn't it? I think I probably owe it to the.
I'm just googling. Sorry, folks. I'm not being rude or anything. I am actually, because the MacBook is over there and it's too far away for me to reach. I am actually just googling Tamiya F35. Which variant is the new one they're doing?
B
F35.
That's what I'm saying. I've done the Italian B and I've done the British RAF B. Yeah. So I probably ought to give in gracefully and do a US Marine Corps B.
Okay. I'm just having a look. I'm just having a look on the Tamiya website. Very Airfix stand they do for it as well. It's like a old-fashioned Airfix dogfight double stand, but it's not very good internet. This, by the way, in terms of broadcast. What did you do on Saturday night? Watched a confused man from Dudley with holes in his head, looking at his iPhone. So no, Tamiya. Oh, that's really annoying. Tamiya. They don't actually show you what the schemes are. Anyway, long story short, there's an American one, there's a British one. I'll probably do the British one again. So
so I'm free to do a US Marine Corps.
Yeah, you're free to do. And we've got some more comments here. Let's just have a quick.
Come on, then, let's hear them. Come on,
let's hear them. Andy King says evening all.
Relaxing my shoes on.
Andy Cartmel is watching. Okay, Rory says he's gone in, scratched the cat, and put the kettle on.
Pretty much.
Well, we got a lovely curry tonight. We haven't decided what film we're watching at the moment, but and we haven't kind of gone into my workshop and argued about leaving a mess behind.
No, we've got some paints to try as well.
We do have some paints to try as well. I was at Jadlam yesterday in that there Glastonbury, and to drop off the Dune models, and I did pick up some the new AK Real colours, and it was some of the Atom by MiG as well.
Yeah.
So
I've used the Atom, but I'd like to experiment with the new Formula AK.
Yeah. Dave is relating to our film conundrum. He says not Godzilla. Well, Dave, I have threatened him with Godzilla -1, so it's either going to be that or the Medusa touch.
We could always watch Prometheus.
No.
We're not that desperate.
We're not that desperate. No, I honestly haven't got that much head trauma that I'm going to watch Prometheus again.
Interstellar.
Do you know what? Funny you say that. I was going to watch that again recently because I think I've had a rethink about that. I think hearing what other people have said about it, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to see whether anyway. Rob Monfils says, have you seen Bad Boys 2? I think I have. I think it was on Channel 4 a few years ago. Just exhausting. And Theron Hampton says, hello, gentlemen. Gentlemen, he's never met us. Not used to see you out of a build room. And your brother says Drew would probably like the Sound of Music. Actually, I could go for the Sound of Music.
I'm not completely averse to singing Nazis.
No. So models. The reason why Drew is here is, apart from my excellent company, is it's a model show tomorrow. It's Avon. This is the first Avon in 5 years for you.
Yes, and it's a show we never used to miss, is it? When it was in Yates, we used to every year there was a fixed plan, wasn't there? It never
breakfast in Astle, and then straight.
So I come up here on Saturday, stay overnight Saturday. We'd have a curry and whatnot on Saturday night, and early Sunday over to Yate, dump the car off, straight over for breakfast, and then in and start. Spending money. I have to. I mean, for me, it's I really don't go to many model shows anymore because the last 2 model shows I've been to, I've caught COVID from. It's like, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's and I've got a festival later this week, so I
thought you were going to say I've got a festering.
Well, there's that as well. That's my other live stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. They turned the heating down.
Sorry, Dave Fleming says the later Alien films make Prometheus seem good. I'm pretty much with Dave on that one. Yeah. For all its faults, it's not. Prometheus is bad, but it's not bangingly bad. Whereas, yeah. Anyway, So modeling show and model show tomorrow. So what are you on the lookout for tomorrow, Drew?
Potentially,
apart from a breakfast.
Well, apart from a breakfast at some point, yeah. Oddly, the one thing I would like to see if I can find one somewhere for a decent price is a Hasegawa F15 A or C Eagle in 48. So if I can, but I'm not going to pay silly money for it. I got the PK Productions decal sheet this week for the European Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got some fabulous Bitburg and other based Eagles on it.
So it was an F15 A/C.
A/C, yes. Yeah. And I quite fancy doing.
Okay, I can note that.
I'd like to do one of the early Bitburg aircraft in the ghost greys with the full colour markings.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a quite. I've gone back. I'm quite interested in sort of 70s and early 80s US Air Force at the moment because there was sort of that transition period to full low vis. So you've got Eagles with full colour markings and A10s and things.
Funny you say that because in the 1980s, I was massively into RAF low vis schemes.
Yeah.
Right. I just thought these are new, these are exciting, or whatever. These days, I look back on those 70s kind of dark sea grey, dark green, light aircraft grey schemes, especially if they got D-type roundels, and I'm just like, aren't they gorgeous?
Arguably, the grey green was the best scheme the Phantom ever wore.
I'd agree with you on that.
It's just a 92 Squadron Phantom, RAF Germany Phantom.
Yeah.
In full colour with grey green camouflage it's a thing of absolute beauty. So yes, but yeah, that's one of the things But like I say, I'm not. I would rather keep hunting for one at a good price than just
throwing money at it.
Yeah,
yeah.
So yeah, that's. But it would be a nice. Again, it's these projects that you kind of think, oh, I'll do that sometime because,
I know this year. I'm still working. I'm still working on my Tamiya Tyrrell P34. Want to get that finished for the Jadlam Tamiya takeover in 2 weeks' time. So I want
to knuckle down then, haven't you?
It's all painted. So I think all I've got.
John, for you, that could mean it's anywhere from 2 days to 4 months from completion.
It's so nice to have him here. No, the one thing I've got to do is the cockpit. I think just needs to be painted aluminium at the moment.
Right,
but that's fine. That's easily masked off. The actual body shell, following Mr. Ian Hartup's excellent tutorials, that's had several coats of the TS15. It's been trizacked. It's had another couple of coats of TS15. It's been trizacked again. It honestly. At the moment, it's probably the best gloss finish I've ever got.
Glistening,
looks wet. But I've got to slap the old decals on and then give it a couple of coats of Tamiya clear lacquer and then trizack that. But no, I'm not going to build the perfect model here. So it's just going to be. We're gonna get it finished. Get it finished for Jadlam in 2 weeks' time. The deadline for the P34 challenge is actually the end of this month, but no, I'm going to get it finished for the Jadlam challenge. And what am I doing at the Jadlam challenge? The Jadlam Tamiya takeover. And what am I building there? Apparently, I'm going to be building a Willys Jeep because it's cheap and accessible, and they sell bucket loads there. Hopefully, a Tamiya 72nd scale F35B. The new one, is that the one we're talking about?
Yeah.
And I think it's a Subaru Impreza as well. So these are all things that will be, just be. Essentially, it's a different crowd to what we get at Telford.
Yes.
So this is a much more general crowd,
passing through crowd.
Yeah, and I'm going to be doing more explaining the basics of modeling and cleanup and all that kind of stuff we take as second nature. just explaining that. But the projects I'm working on will be things that I'll move on and then get them finished for Telford. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we were down in Glastonbury yesterday to deliver the Meng June models, and it's just nice to be in Glastonbury again. I love the place.
Lunch?
No, we had tea and cake in a nice little. The only place that was still open that late in the afternoon was a little vegan cafe just off the high street in one of the alleys. Yeah. So, Brian, it's in that alleyway that links up to the car park, which used to be the old railway station.
Right.
You with me? Yeah. So, that was essentially it. But it was a good day out yesterday, and it's been an exciting week this week. Actually, I've been catching up with school friends. We've walked, catching up with school friends. Come in, Glastonbury. His Manton this here. Model show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Busy week.
Busy week.
Because I'm just starting off mine because I'm festivaling next week, and you know.
I thought you said festering earlier on, and I was just like, I know.
That's well.
So, folks, this was only going to be a little short hello, really. Unless you want
just to show you that we can exist in the same space.
We can, despite what science says, we can actually coexist within the same universe. So, unless you've got, I haven't got my bell up here. Ting, any other business?
Ting, any other business?
Yeah.
No, we'll see you. Well, I mean, we're probably not going to have a show tomorrow, are we?
We're not going to have a show tomorrow because you'll be travelling back and I'll be travelling from downstairs to up here. No, I'll be doing Ghost tomorrow night, probably about 8:30, 8 o'clock ish.
Right.
But
so this is just a little placeholder in place of tomorrow's normal show, because obviously with the model show and stuff. But if anybody's at the show tomorrow and they see us, please don't hesitate to buy us tea and cake.
Yeah, I was going to say, please do come over, and please do come over and buy us tea, especially. I'm just reading some more comments here. I mean, we'll hang on for a bit longer if you want, folks. I think we should do. Drew, do you know what? I think we're shortchanging them.
Do you know what?
I think we're shortchanging them, and we should go.
Let's just take a few questions. If there are any questions there, and the two of us can argue over them.
Yeah. Dave Fleming says.
Did you ever shut up?
He says he's been to the Wonderland massive estate stash sale, and he's picked up a Hasegawa F111 for 20 quid, apparently. So
it's very nice of him to pick that up for me.
Andy King, Andy King's. He said friend. Andy King said, "I visited a model shop here in Chester and didn't buy anything. What's wrong with me?"
That's a nice. Is that the one that's on the raised area? Is like the veranda sort of thing in Chester? That's a really nice little shop.
Rory, staying on track here. He says, "Why is orange jam called marmalade? Why is ginger marmalade called ginger preserve? I don't get that. It's ginger marmalade."
There's an old joke there. There's an old joke there from there.
And Moz Models says, "Is that Avon show? I'll pop over and see you."
Yes.
Andy King says, "Yep, that's the one, Drew."
It's a very nice little shop. I've been there a few times.
Mm-hmm. I'm just having a quick look to see. James Skiffins says, "Was hoping to be with you guys at show tomorrow, but I'm bleep off to say I'm still not well enough." Oh, well, James, that's sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Feel better soon. And there's always going to be other model shows, James. So there's always other model shows.
Yeah. And I'll tell you who's going to be. I'll tell you who's going to be at the show tomorrow. That's Ravel. That'll be interesting.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they sort of pushing out into new waters, sort of thing.
Yes.
Just expanding their presence a little bit.
Yes.
Because traditionally you only see them at the nationals, don't you? That's it.
I think that might have something to do with. I think it was Volker Valor passed on. He was the big wig. And I think they've just, coming up with new ideas now just to grow the brand.
Just rehashing the brand. When visiting it. Yeah, that makes sense. But it'd be good. Good to see them.
I'm just having a look. And yes, in fact, it has been commented that Revell's new researcher will be there. And Revell's new researcher is Hornby's ex-researcher, Mr. Luke Slaney Hewitt. So it'll be nice to see Luke there, because I haven't. When was the last time I saw him? Be Telford. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see Luke there tomorrow, and
introduction.
Quiz him. Yeah. I'm just trying to think what else. Good Lord, it's honestly, folks, it's such a stuffy night here. We're not used to this heat.
It's beautiful out though, isn't it? Outside, it's absolutely glorious.
It is nice. We've got the window out. Drew's here in the library, but he's going to blow the gaff now and say it's nothing like a library.
Well, it's very much a work in progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a half-built F Spitfire. What?
Can't take you anywhere, really. Yeah, so what am I on the lookout for tomorrow? Not much, actually. I mean, I'm saving myself for in 2 weeks' time for the Jadlam Tamiya takeover. Yeah, I'm going to invest in some more paint, quite frankly.
Well, my plan tomorrow is I'm hoping to pick up a few of the new AK real colours just for testing purposes.
Right.
And see how we can go. But in terms of models, I've had quite a profligate month already in terms of actually buying models.
Sorry, we don't need to buy any more models, Drew. We've got more than enough. Having said that,
never ever confuse need with want.
Having said that, we were watching. Oh goodness me, Uncle Night Shift, and he was building that AK.
The little train,
yeah, the
locomotive
thing. I want one of them. It's that little shunter, that little kind of like block shunter. I do want one of them, quite frankly.
It's just like buying art these days, isn't it? It's just Yeah. But no, I mean, I've always got a list of projects in my head that I want to build, and so I'm always looking for kits, even though I know I'm probably never actually going to build them. But I think that's just the modeler's malady, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Hello. I would like some new sanding sticks and stuff as well. So I'll be the premium hobbies there.
Don't think they are, but I would definitely do an online order with them. It would be nice if they were there because of it being a local show. But honestly, those you'll see.
Well, I've got them anyway, haven't I? The sanders.
Right. Okay.
I just want a fresh set of them.
Right. Okay.
I've had these for about 4 years now.
Oh, goodness me. Well, I've had mine 4 years, and I still only use the 200 one because it's such a good universal sander.
Well, I'll take all your others then.
No, not at all. No. Definitely worth doing an order with them though, because their turnaround is absolutely brilliant. In fact, there's some stuff downstairs that once we've done this, we'll go and put we'll go and get the curry on. And yeah, I'll show you some of the stuff I got for my order. Andy King says I'm quite fancying the new Tamiya Panzer 1B. Me too. In fact, Andy Farmer said to me yesterday, "Is that something Drew would be interested in building?" And I said, "Nope." I said, "No, leave here. You've got leopards.
I've got leopards to keep me occupied.
I
think the Panzer 1B is definitely your bag. Not mine.
Yeah, no, that's.
I mean, the thing is, if there was a problem and Andy needed it building, of course I could do a perfectly reasonable job on it as a project for Mr. Farmer. But the thing is, with the Leopard 2 A7V, it's going to be a project for Mr. Farmer, but a project I'm also enthused about because I love the vehicle anyway. So it's
you know what's going to happen though. We are, as always, we are going to be 1 week out from Telford, and we're going to be sat there, smug little bunnies, thinking we've got everything done, and patting ourselves on the back, and then a mystery parcel will turn up from Japan.
I love that. I still think very fondly of that that 3-week period before Telford in about 2018, where I managed to build the Sheridan and the Spitfire one. Oh my God. The funny thing is, I built the Spitfire one in less than 7 days, didn't I? And it was like we were all talking about what a miracle it was to get it finished in less than 7 days. And a couple of years later, I built another one for myself, and it took me less than 7 days. And that was just that was not feeling the pressure of having to do it for a deadline. It just it's such a beautiful model to build that it's just there's no effort involved. But no, I think the Panzer 1B is definitely your bag.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's
my
definitely
bag.
one for you.
Slight bit of modelling related content here. We've posted a link to it on the Facebook page. Gecko Models doing a 35th scale Land Rover. Did you see that today?
You did mention it, yeah.
Yeah. They've described it as, bear with, folks, bear with, a Korean War British FV 18001 Mark 180-inch 4x4 utility vehicle.
Korean War?
Early production. Korean War British. But Rory, we've put a link up on the Facebook page, and
Land Rover was around till the mid-50s.
Well, when did the Korean War end?
53.
Okay. Well, so let's just.
Well, technically, it hasn't.
Land Rover. Let's just have a quick look to see when did the Land Rover actually? No, not the Range Rover. The Land Rover. Live research here, folks. Land Rover, Wikipedia. Oh God, come on! I know. Talk amongst yourselves, folks. Oh, goodness me! Land Rover first produced, and it was
what?
1948.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Goodness me, 1948. Can't follow that up, Drew.
No, there's nothing really to say, is there?
Cannot follow that up. Right, we are coming up to. We said we'd have a half-hour limit. There we go. We've reached the half-hour limit. So hopefully we'll see some of you tomorrow. Keep an eye out, because I might be doing a pop-up live, because I'm still playing around with those AK real color pens as well, which I think you're going to have a try out. Try out that. So, like I say, there won't be a Sunday service tomorrow night. I apologise for that, but like I say, he'll be travelling back to that part of Somerset.
Back to the safe part of Somerset.
Somerset. Yeah, exactly. So, for those of you who are travelling up tomorrow, have a safe trip up. Look forward to seeing you. As always, we hopefully will see you for the next Sunday service. Oh, no, you won't be here for next Sunday, will you?
No, I won't. I will be getting ready to row like a Viking to a monomath.
Goodness me. Right. Anyway, folks, have a good week. We'll catch up with you very, very soon. So until then,
take care all.
Stay out of trouble. See you later. Bye.